All right, hello, geometry. We are going to focus on the unit circle. This is a super, I guess, like big idea in geometry. You'll use it in the future in like pre-calc for sure, maybe even algebra 2. And there's a lot of things that you can deduct or that you can look at the unit circle. The first thing that we're going to look at is the radius of this circle is 1. So let's maybe write that down. Radius equals 1, which means if I travel all the way down this side right here, I'm moving not vertically, I'm only moving to the right. So my x is going to be 1 and my y value is going to be 0. So some of the main checkpoints are these 1 unit away checkpoints. So in this case over here at the top, I did not move right or left, but I did move up 1. Similarly, if I go to the left, I move to the left, which is -1. I didn't move up or down any. And then going straight down, I have 0 for my x and -1 for my y. So those are going to be our first starting points. Now, if we attach degrees to these, so again, this would be 0 degrees. Straight up would be a 90-degree angle, so I'd call this 90 degrees. All the way to the left, again, starting, if I were to start and open up into a straight line, that's called 180 degrees. Rotating all the way down to here, like this, would be 270 degrees. And then if I make it all the way back, again, a circle has 360 degrees. So I think the next easiest, as you're breaking down this unit circle, the next easiest number to look at is halfway. So again, I've got 0 and 90 degrees. I've got a line that splits it in half, which we're going to call, we're going to call this 45 degrees. And so again, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to count by 45. So 0, 45, 90, 135, 180. Let's see here. 180 plus 45 is 225. Nope, 230, excuse me. 230. And then 270. And then 270 plus 45. Oh wait, this should be 225. I was right. Mr. Larson, go drink your coffee. 225, 270, 270 plus 45 is 315, and then 315 plus 45 is 360. So I'm going around to each of these halfway markers, and I'm just adding 45 to everything. Plus 45, plus 45, plus 45. Now, how we figure out what the ratio of this is, I guess it can be a little bit more difficult, but this is located at our x value is square root of 2 over 2, and our y value is the square root of 2 over 2. So that's our value at 45 degrees. Now remember, in quadrant 1, our x's are positive, our y's are positive. In quadrant 2, our x's are negative, our y's are positive. So this 135 is going to be the same number, except my x's are going to be negative and my y's are still positive. Again, keep going. Let's keep going. All right, over here in quadrant 3, my x's are negative, my y's are negative. So I'm going to say that this is negative square root 2 over 2, and this is negative square root 2 over 2. And then in this quadrant 4, my x's are positive, my y's are negative. So I'm going to have square root 2 over 2, and I'm going to have negative square root 2 over 2. Okay, so that's one of the types of, or that's the middle point. And then we still have these other kind of like offshoots here and here. Now notice what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on just filling out this section right here. And again, you'll notice that they're all very similar, the sections. So if you can figure out one of the sections of the square root sign, you can flip it, you can translate it, you could create all the sections by just altering the positive x or y, negative x or y values. So if you can create one section like this, then this is the same section but with x's are negative. This is the same section but both of them are negative. Again, x is positive, y is negative. So it's, again, once we figure out one of these, we can figure out the whole thing. Let's see here. So again, focusing on this section right here and this section right here. If I were to just draw these as triangles, so let's just pull them out. I'm going to have, again, one triangle that kind of looks like this and another triangle that kind of looks like this. So really, again, what we're looking at is we're saying, okay, one of these is going to be longer. So in these triangles, one of these is going to be larger than the other. And so I always think about, all right, so our units that we have to, like, that we use for these locations are 1/2 and the square root of 3 over 2. So again, 1/2 as a decimal is like 0.5, and square root of 3 divided by 2 is approximately 0.866. So what I'm trying to say is, if you know that your square root 3 over 2 is longer, then you would put it on top, and this would be 1/2. My x would be square root of 3 over 2. My y would be 1/2. But if my y was larger than my x value, if I was moving more vertically than I was laterally, left or right, then this would become my larger number, and then my horizontal shift would be the smaller number. So again, in quadrant 1, it's positive, positive. So if I look at this degree, this is actually a 30 degrees. And again, I'm moving more left or right. This is longer. This is the long side right here. So my x value is going to be the larger number. My y value is going to be the smaller number. It's reversed on the second number right here where, hey, my y value is actually moving more than my x value. And then the degree values for this are 30 degrees, 45, 60 degrees. So again, we have a 30, 60, 90, okay? So now I've basically filled out this section. So I can just, again, using my knowledge of quadrants, I can move these left or I can alter the x and y values to adjust my function. So I'm going to say, okay, 30 plus 30 is 60, 60 plus 30 is 90, 90 plus 30 is 120, 120 plus 30 is 150, 150 plus 30 is 180. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around. 210 plus 30, 240, 270, 300. And again, if you make a mistake, you'll know because we've already filled out some of these spots and they don't add up. 330 plus 30 is 360. So we filled that out correctly. And now I just have to look at my values again and say, okay, in this triangle right here, I'm moving more up and down. I'm moving more up. I'm vertically moving to get to this point right here more than I would left or right. So my larger number, which is square root 3 over 2, is the y value, which means my x value is 1/2. However, in this quadrant, X is always negative because I move to the left. So I have negative there. And again, this is opposite where, hey, now I'm moving more left. So my larger number is going to be square root 3 over 2, and I'm not moving as much up or down. In this example, again, moving more left or right, this is negative, negative. Flip-flop them here, I'm moving more up or down. So my larger number has to be this one. Again, both answers are negative. And then all the way over here, my x's are positive. So this would be 1/2, and my y's are negative. And then this would be square root 3 over 2, 1/2. Sweet. So what we found here is we found coordinates for circles with radius of 1 with all different types of degrees. 30, 60, 90, 150, 225, 45. So we found coordinates all around our circle based off of our kind of knowledge of triangles.